Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 2, that is overcurrent protection. Here we are discussing about the concept called reverse power or directional relay. Reverse power or directional relay. The below figure shows an electromechanical direction relay. A direction relay is energized by two quantities, namely called as voltage and current. The fluxes pi1 and pi2 are set up by voltage and current respectively. Here, eddy currents induced in the disc by pi1 at the top of the aluminum disc and pi2 at the bottom of the aluminum disc. The interaction of these two fluxes like pi1 and pi2 produce a torque. Similarly, pi2 also induces eddy currents in the disc which interacts with pi1 and produce a torque. Therefore, this is the figure which shows that induction disc type directional relay, which is also called as reverse relay. In this figure there are two coils, namely called as one coil is called as voltage coil, where the actuating quantity, that is during fault condition whose voltage is taken as a reference for voltage coil, and during fault condition whose current is taken as a reference for current coil. These two coils are energized with the actuating quantities of voltage and current during fault condition. When current flowing through these two coils produces the current flowing these two coils, namely called as I1 in the voltage coil, I2 in the current coil. I1 is directly proportional to the producing of the flux called as pi1. I2 is directly proportional to produce a flux called as pi2 in the voltage coil and the current coil. These two fluxes interacts together and cause to produce a repulsion of force which is applied on the aluminum disc, and disc will rotates. In this process, some eddy currents are also there which are not required and circulating on the top surface of the aluminum disc and bottom surface of the aluminum disc, which also may cause for getting that eddy currents loss. And the phasor diagram what here we are showing, that is, in this phasor diagram V is taken as a reference. With respect to V and I2 there is a phase angle of 90 degrees, where V is the reference voltage at the voltage coil and I2 is the reference current at the current coil. And due to the applying of the voltage V at the voltage coil may also cause to drive the current of I1 with the applied voltage V and the current flowing in the voltage coil I1. There is a phase angle pi, and between the two currents like I1 in the voltage coil and I2 in the current coil there is a phase angle theta. The resultant torque rotates the disc, that is torque is equal force into distance, that is the repulsion force which takes place here because of the repulsion of the two fluxes. Therefore the torque is proportional to VI cos pi. VI cos pi is nothing but the power, where V is the reference of the voltage coil and I is the reference of current coil. So the overall power required to produce the torque, that is VI cos pi, where pi is the phase angle between V and I1, and the torque is maximum when voltage and currents are in phase. To produce the maximum torque during the fault condition when the power factor is very poor, a compensating winding and shading coils are required to maintain that maximum amount of the flux and to reduce that reactance in the circuit, or otherwise to reduce the reluctance and to improve the flux in the magnetic circuits. Therefore the torque produced by an induction relay is given by T is equal pi1 pi2 sin theta, or otherwise we can also write as pi1 is because of the currents I1 and pi2 is because of the currents of I2. In the place of pi1 pi2 we can substitute like I1 I2. Then the torque equation can become as T is equal to I1 into I2 into sin theta, where pi1 pi2 are the fluxes produced by I1 I2 respectively, and the angle between pi 1 and pi 2 or I1 and I2 is theta. If one of the actuating quantity is voltage and the current flowing in the voltage coil lags behind the voltage by 90 degree. Assume this current to be I2. The load current, say I1, lags V by pi degree. Then the angle between I1 and I2 is equal to 90 minus pi. That we can see from this phasor diagram. The angle between I1 and I2 is actually theta. But we can also write the total angle is 90, means if you remove this pi, then the same angle can also write as 90 minus pi. Therefore, the angle between I1 and I2 is theta, or otherwise 90 minus theta. In the place of theta, now I am going to substitute 90 minus pi. Then the torque equation can become as T is equal I1 I2 into sine of 90 minus pi, or otherwise torque is directly proportional to I1 I2 into sine of 90 minus pi. We can write it as cos pi, or otherwise we can write it as I1 I2. I1 is reference of actuating quantity voltage and I2 is nothing but the current. We can write the same formula as torque is directly proportional to power, which is called as VI cos pi. An induction cup type construction can also be used to produce a torque proportional to VI cos pi. The arrangement what we seen just now, it consists of two opposite poles are energized by voltage and other two poles by current. Here voltage is a polarizing quantity, nothing but actuating quantity. The polarizing quantity is one which produces one of the two fluxes like pi 1. And this is the figure where we can see a very clear about that induction cup type directional relay. In this induction cup type directional relay, where currents, how it is flowing and how it is splitted among the four poles. The polarizing quantity is taken as a reference with respect to other quantity, which is current in this case. Torque produced is positive when cos pi is positive, that is pi is less than 90 degree. When pi is more than 90 degree, the torque is negative. So therefore we can substitute that VI cos pi. In that pi, if the value lies between 0 to 90 degree, the value become as positive. More than 90 degrees become as negative. At any particular relay location, the power flows in the normal direction. That relay is connected to produce negative torque. That means where the coil, if we interchange or otherwise, it produces that negative torque. If due to any reason the power flows in the reverse direction, the relay produces a positive torque and it operates. In this condition, the angle between the actuating quantities, that is pi, is kept less than 90 degrees to produce the positive torque. If it is greater than 90 degrees, the torque is negative torque. Therefore, for normal flow of power, the relay is supplied with voltage V and minus current, minus I, that is negative current. For reverse flow, the actuating quantities become V and I. Torque becomes VI cos pi, that is positive. This can be achieved by reversing that current coil. So in this figure here, I am going to show the two figures like figure A and figure B. Figure A shows that phasor diagram for direction relay, and B shows that connection of current coil for reverse power relay. So that means during that same actuating quantities, if I want to produce that reverse torque, means I want to interchange that direction of the current coil which was shown in this figure. And the current for normal power flow, if current direction is negative, then it becomes as, then it is caused to produce that negative torque. During the same condition, if V and I are positive, it is caused to produce that positive torque. Therefore, relaying unit supplied with single actuating quantity, which was discussed at here, which are non-directional overcurrent relays, where it allows the currents at either directions. Non-directional relays are simple and less expensive compared to the directional relays. Therefore, the power can becomes as positive, where torque is equal VI cos pi, and the torque become as negative, where the current direction, if it is interchanged, that current becomes as minus I. Therefore, torque is equal minus VI cos pi or plus VI cos pi. Therefore, torque is caused to produce when current is positive. The torque is cause here to produce when current is negative. It is always depends upon the direction of the current, how it is flowing. It depends upon the location of that coil, how it is placed in that circuit. Thank you.